Hello everyone, Julia Sheehan here, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. This is the little card I'd like to show you today, and it's predominantly Call Me Clover with just a little bit of Mango Melody in there and some Whisper White. The reason for it was I didn't have much time to put a birthday card together, and I wanted to do something that was sort of quite bold. As that's the kind of person this card was for. So they're not into masses of flowers and things like that, so I thought that was just enough on it. And also it gave me the opportunity to use up the centres that I cut out before I put on these cards. So I'll just show you how we went about it. I'll leave that up there. So the first thing you need is your base card, which is 8 1/4 inches by 5 7/8 of an inch, scored and folded and burnished. Also, you'll need a piece of silver foil, 5 6/8 of an inch by 4 inches, and I cut the centres out, as you probably know if you watch regularly. I find that I can find a multitude of uses for those on other cards, and that's where I'm using this bit today. Then we need a piece of Whisper White measuring 5 5/8 of an inch by 3 7/8 of an inch, and we need a piece of Whisper White 4 1/2 inches by 3 1/8 of an inch in the Whisper White, and the silver foil again 4 3/8 of an inch by 3 inches. And the reason I do a lot of this in inches is our equipment, like the cutter, have inches on it and centimetres, and I just find the inches are easier for people to follow. But if you would like me to do them in centimetres as well, I can put that in the description underneath as well. I'm quite happy to do that. So just please leave me a message and let me know what you would prefer to have your measurements in. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is just attach the foil to the card. And like I say, this is a quick to put together card. And I just get a bit of glue on there. I like these to stay down well, so I'm a bit of an overkill on things. I worry that they may come undone. They probably never would, but that's just how I am. And we'll pop that on there. Get that as centered as we can. There we go. Done. And the next thing we're going to do is to stamp this buffalo check onto our piece of Whisper White. Now the other stamp sets I used for this is the Tropical Chic one, and I've used this palm frond here and the little hibiscus. That is a beautiful hibiscus flower. It's absolutely stunning, stamps really well, which I will actually do now. And I've just done it on a scrap piece of paper. Whoop. There you go. It stamps beautifully. So I'll put that over there because I only need one of those. And it also has its set of Thinlits, which these are beautiful. That one I'm working with at the moment, so that's why it's missing. I always do this on the back so I can check whether all of them are in there. So that's the bit that should be in there at the moment. But it's a good way just to have a quick look at how your die is cut out as well. The other die I'm using is the Happy Birthday one. I think this is brilliant. I have used this a lot. And it's a great Thinlit, that one. And everything comes out of it really well. It's just really good to use. Okay, so we'll get our buffalo check in and some Call Me Clover ink. Pop that up there. And I'm going to do that this way. Sometimes this doesn't come out fully clear. I don't know if you can see on here. It just has its little patches, but I actually quite like that. It gives it sort of like a bit of a rustic look to it, which I quite like. So anyway, I'm going to pop my card on as straight as I can. This is always the tricky bit. Hopefully that's reasonably straight. And just a piece of scrap paper over the top. Just grab one from over here and just press down on it. Just give it a good rub over. There we are. And hopefully that's transferred well. There we are. Now I've got, as you can see, just a thin little white line down there that I must have put it on just a little bit off the edge. So all I'm going to do is just trim that off. Just a quick and easy trim on it, because it doesn't really matter if that bit's gone. So I'm just going to slide that in here and just take that little sliver off the side of it. Oh, got a piece stuck in there from when I was cutting the silver before. There we go, and it's gone. Easy. Fixes that up quite well. Just about to fall off my chair here too. If you could see my craft room at the moment, it's horrifying. It is such a mess. I have so much stuff sitting around for on stage that it's just chaos. It's like a mountain up the other end of the desk. So I'm just going to pretend it's not there. Actually, I'm going to put that in the top corner. And I might have to slide that a little bit now that it's just that little bit difference in size. There we are. I'm happy with that. Okay, so that's done. Now I'm going to attach the foil. You can see how quickly this card's coming together. Mind you, I have prepared these pieces, but I mean, you could do a production line of it in different colours, which would look great, you know, doing all of this in different colours, I think would be wonderful. You have a whole lot of cards there ready at hand. Now, the next thing I need is to get, just getting a little bit of glue off the front of that, that's better. There's my white one. My green one, my Me Clover one, is here. This is quite unusual for me. This is 2 weeks in a row using green. And like I said last week, green is not my favourite colour. I really don't like it that much. I like green in the bush and in the garden, but not to wear or just as a colour I would choose. But I love these greens. They're really nice. See, this Me Clover is beautiful too. And I like the shaded spruce as well. So it's really unusual. Now, you can use either your fine tip glue pen, or you could use the transfer adhesive and put it on that, and then it would just come out with your adhesive already on it. I am just using some Tombow and just touching it on and around it, not going crazy so it all oozes out, but just enough that when I put it down it'll stay. The sheets would be good because you don't then have to worry about anything, you just lay it down. But I haven't found this a problem. I did this as a Facebook last night, and it all went together okay. I mean, you're always going to have your problems, but it's more likely to occur when you're doing it on camera. It seems to be the way it goes. And I just grabbed my tweezers to hold it, and then I'm just going to place it on that end of my card. God, you can see my hand shaking today. There we are. And that goes down. And then I do the same thing with the Whisper White one. And it just takes a few seconds to do, but it's not long. Just sort of putting little dabs here and there. There we go. I just love this die. I think it's great. Nice, bold, happy birthday. Now, I just need to get that shadowing happening. After saying all that, I've got the shakes today, and I just have to be a little bit careful how it goes down, but I think it's going down okay. On you go. It's not good when you start talking to your craft, is it? There we are. Okay, that's gone on okay. And you see that? See the shadow? I don't know if you can. It doesn't show up very well on there, but there's actually quite a bit of shadowing on that. Just like on the camera it doesn't seem to stand out, but never mind. Now I cut out both of these, and what I do with those is I don't leave them at that length. I just cut the bottom bit off. So that was the one I did, and I'm just going to cut it there, and the same on this one. It's just a little bit too big. So I've got both of those, and then I'll put it on there. We don't need glue on the very ends because it's going to be sort of hanging off the card, as I'm going to put this up on dimensionals, this little panel, so just keep going there. And I'll pop up. Ooh, don't you love it when that happens? And I'll pop that one on there like that, and then this one, pop that one on as well, out like that. And then our little hibiscus flower, it's just beautiful. It's just gorgeous. Bit of glue on that as well, and just sit that on the top of those like that. And then turn it over, and where did I put them? There they are. Some dimensionals on the back. And I usually do overkill with these things, but never mind. Okay. Take those off. It's very hot here today. card and make sure it's the right way up. And then all I'm going to do is center that onto the card. Just press on where you know your dimensionals are too, just to make sure it adheres well. And the finishing touch, on the eye, grab a little rhinestone, just a small one, and pop it on the eye for birthday, right there, and it's done. And there is your happy birthday card. Nice, simple, easy one to do. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and leave me a comment about the centimetres and inches if you would prefer to have some centimetres in there as well. Any of these products you can get through my online store, which is down below, and please turn on the notifications so that you know when I put a video up. I usually do them once a week, so that'll just give you a notification of it. Anyway, everyone, have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.